me be clear. You are appreciated for every single interaction on the channel of Rastas Reality. Salute and thank you. Before I get started, let me state that I'm aware that the content here is not for everyone. I do not mind losing subs, as attaining subscribing members is not the point of the channel on Rastas Realities. While disagreements are a part of the process of life, we all face similar paths and struggles to some extent. I cannot deny anyone, and this includes myself, the wisdom attained from turning wounds into wisdom.
Okay.
In a place that lacks beneficial support for men, in particular melanated men. The content here provides to others what was not fully provided to me to assess growth that works for everyone. It is your birthright to be quiescent in your life, which means to be inactive when it comes to healing oneself toward personal gain that will lead to prosperity. You know, I was emailed about a sub removing their subscriptions. It's the point of the preamble here. Now, the issue is truly a bad one because they need this content in order to lock in with another to assist them in their growth mentally and emotionally. Because one would have to be, have a certain sickness of the mind to put forth the effort to type out an extensive email just to announce that they unsubscribe.
Emotional damage!
It comes off as a see me energy, a do this to get my subscription back, lose a pooty butt energy. You, sir or madam, did me a tremendous favor. Gratitude to you. Now, let's get to the video. Like lifesavers, hurt and pain comes in various flavors. It's up to the individual to be their own lifesaver. Seeking to serve oneself is not selfish, but allowing oneself to sabotage oneself is not only selfish, it's a serious and fixable flaw. First, though, must come dealing with the healing of turning wounds into wisdom. But in order to do that, you have to know that you're wounded. Come to terms with it. We all have our stories and experiences. But did you let it break you? Did you try to silence the attempts to help you while you were in dark places? Are you hungry for prosperity and inner peace that assists with the transmutation of mental and emotional wounds? Well, wrap your arms around your inner critic and school them as to your intentions for greatness for self. Too many times, lessons are present in others, and to avoid it is to cheat oneself. Here's how. In the video game of Mario Brothers, Mario is responsible for himself for the most part, but along the way are various power-ups to assist Mario in his journey, thus making things a tad easier. And life is the very same. At times, the white noise of society persuades us to not accept the universal assistance that's slated for us, for what others may think, or even just a tad bit of stubbornness of I'll do it myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. By all means, take control of your own destiny. But it doesn't constitute that it shouldn't be slightly easier. That you shouldn't hit the easy button when you can. You know what I'm saying? This is a self-inflicted wound. Not accepting help that's meant for multiple people's growth is a form of self-deprecation, and by this being a doing the work channel, loving oneself is an integral part of the work process. Do not let me be misunderstood. Stand on your own too. But the reason why the saying of people being reasons and seasons is why accepting assistance from others who are great for growth is important. Struggles with food, junk food, sugar, etc. will wreak havoc on the mind, the body, and mental health. Many times humans being human suggest and or tell others how to be healthy. Hearing that their extra whatever is unappealing is something that most do not desire to hear, as they may know themselves better than others. Fact or fiction, truth will always be the truth. The solution is different for every human being, human. Those who acknowledge their issues and accept them along with the power-ups from various sources are in the process of turning wounds into wisdom. Those who fight against the facts and do nothing but keep going down a path that promotes self-destruction and are essentially comfortable with what they're doing. Let them be. Even though they know they're off base with themselves,
Bars.
let them be. And only help the ones who want it.
More bars.
I have seen posts where an individual constantly complains about their situations, life, etc. And it's abundantly clear that they're partying in pity and are screaming for help and or those to wallow in the gutter with them. And then these same folks will turn right around and be mad and or super mad that others chime in. The solution is different for every human being human. Those who acknowledge their issues and accept the help from various sources are in the process of turning wounds into wisdom. Those who fight against the facts and do nothing but keep going down a path that promotes self-destruction are essentially comfortable with what they're doing, but not necessarily comfortable with the negative effects. They seem to be stuck in a loop. I have seen posts where an individual constantly complains about their situations, life, etc., and it's abundantly clear that they're partying in pity and are screaming for help, and at the same time mad and super mad that others chime in. Even when the comment may have general concerns for that particular being. Make it make sense. Take that same individual who adults correctly and not only thanks all for the comments of various energies and gets to the work and ultimately enjoys the fruits of their labor to become a better being better. This is a classic example of turning wounds into wisdom, and that empowered being goes on to assist another with the same or larger issues. You know, each one reach one to teach one, right? Or at least that's how it's supposed to be. And that's the reality.